Hey everybody, welcome to my YouTube stream. Yeah, we're gonna have a Friday stream today. Um, gonna be talking about what I got coming up this weekend, what I've been working on, some car news, and anything else I can think of. Anyway, this weekend I'm gonna be on Saturday in Kingsland, Georgia, at the Kingsland Homegrown Market, where they're gonna host a cars and coffee event. Um, this is gonna be a sister event to. I think they're making it a sister event to the Yulee Cars and Coffee that I'm a member of. So I'm gonna go out and support them while they're starting up. This is gonna be their first Cars and Coffee event, so I'm gonna support them. Be there for them when they're getting started, because you know it's hard when you start out. I mean, even if you're just starting out a cruise in, show up kind of car show, it's hard to get people to come out the first time or the first couple of times until they get to hearing about you and hearing about the cars that show up and how awesome it is and whatnot. So I figure they can use all the help they can get. So I'm going to go out and help them out, show up, be there. I don't know that I'm going to be there the whole day because, 10 to 3 is a long time for a cars and coffee event. I think they'll be changing that a little bit. Of course, they're doing it in conjunction with the Kingsland Homegrown Market, which runs from 10 to 3. So that may be why they picked that time slot. I don't think I'm going to stay that long. But anyway, I'm going to go out, see what's what, take some pictures, take video, of course, do the whole dashboard experience while I'm there. Speaking of the dashboard experience, it has been a week. I'm gonna tell you, editing video from the Rumble at the Ranch, it has taken it out of me. I have so much video. I still have 3 or 4 days worth of editing left to do because I took so much video. Because you know, it was just an awesome event. That's a big event for me. And I love that event because you get the freestyle burnouts. They actually built a place for you to go and burn out. Unlike some of these other places that they say they got burnouts, but you're just on a little concrete spot, put your front wheels on a curb and burn. You don't. It's just burning out to burn out. It's not like you have to show any skill to do it. Now I'm not saying doing a burnout ain't a skilled thing, but you kind of have to have a little bit of skill when you're swinging the car around doing a freestyle burnout. You got to know what you're doing. You don't just go out there and do it. Anyway, so another thing I'm kind of looking forward to this week. Of course, I'm not going to this. I'm just talking about it because I thought it was neat. It's news out of NASCAR. They're going back to the closed down, which they've revived, North Wilkesboro Speedway. I was a little kid when this speedway shut down. I have vague memories of the last race at this track, so it's been kind of exciting for them to revive it. First through the NASCAR virtual races that they did during the 2020 no sports year. Trying to beat around the bush here, beat the censors. Anyway, so I'm kind of excited to see where they go with this because they're hosting the NASCAR All Star Race, but they're also doing other races leading up to it, which are going to be exciting because this racetrack hasn't been in use in, I think they said, 30 years. So that's a long time. And another cool thing, I got to show you this. This is the All Star Race trophy. A moonshine steel. You're gonna if you win the All Star Race, you're gonna get a moonshine steel trophy. Just the copper in that has got to be worth a couple $100. Actually, no, more than that. At least 1,000 or more. Because copper's expensive. Of course, what ain't expensive nowadays? Anyway, oh yeah, wanted to give a little update on the Jacksonville Icemen. They're playing Game 4 of their series against the Everblades tonight in Estero, Florida, Fort Myers area. It's not looking good for the boys. They've dropped 3 in a row. They lose tonight, they're done for the season. So I'm sending them good vibes. I hope they can pull one out. You know, they got to pull one out tonight and tomorrow night. So let's go, Iceman. Let's get some wins on the board. But of course, you know, you kind of got to be thankful anyway, just because they made it this far. We got bonus hockey. We got postseason hockey. Because a lot of the teams in our division packed it out in April. So, you know, we're lucky to still be going. We'd kind of like to get that banner for winning the South Division, but if it ain't meant to be, it ain't meant to be. So I'm gonna send them some positive vibes. Hopefully they can pull out a win. Now I'm gonna show you something. I saw this on Instagram, but I had to go back and find the video, and I couldn't find it, so I found it on YouTube. Um, this is a high, I don't know, a mashup of a Mustang and a GT40.
Hyundai Kona versus Honda HRV.
Oh, got the ads.
Look what Kona has and what HRV.
Just looking at this thing looks like a beast. It looks like an unholy marriage of the two cars. So anyway, okay, got that to shut up. So anyway, I saw it and I couldn't believe it. I don't know, you know, who came up with that, where it came from, but it looks awesome to me. And I'm a Mustang guy. I've said that before. I know I've said it before. So I just I'd love to actually see that being built, but I don't think it ever will. Love to see that on a racetrack. That'd be pretty awesome. Because it just sounds mean. You imagine that thing turning 9,000 RPMs going down the straightaway? Whoo! Anyway, moving on. I ran across this story from the drive today, and I couldn't believe it. The story's title is Toyota Dealer Wants $9,000 for an unremarkable 22-year-old Toyota Corolla LE. And it's got 70,000 miles on it. And of course, let's see, 22 years would make it a 2001 model. Not exactly impressive. Although, compared to some, it does look okay. We're looking at the picture here. But it's at a Schaumburg Toyota. And I can't get over 10 grand for that old of a car. You stop and think about it. You'd have to pay cash for that because no bank in their right mind is going to loan you $10,000 for a 22-year-old car. They're just not going to do it. I mean, even classic car loans, it has to be a legitimate classic car, not like, oh, it's a Toyota Corolla. I mean, I don't know who priced this car, but they're definitely milking it. Of course, it's got all the pictures attached so you can see them. But anyway, it kind of struck me as it's ridiculous. And why did they think they had to write a story about it? But I'm going to scroll down. I wanted to read a comment on this. Let's see, where is it? Oh yeah, here we go. It goes, ring, ring, ring. The drive answers, hello, how can I help you? Schaumburg Toyota. We'd like you to help us sell this old piece of crap no one wants. The drive, have you considered lowering the price? Schaumburg Toyota, are you crazy? No self-respecting car dealership is going to do that. And the drive comes back with, well, I guess we can write an article and get the word out. We got nothing else to do. You almost wonder if that's what happened. You really have to wonder. Because was it a slow news day and they didn't have anything else to write about, or were they flabbergasted? I mean, I'll admit, I made a YouTube video about a Mustang one time. But I made the video because I own the same model Mustang as Mustang on Facebook Marketplace. It was 2002 Mustang GT, and the guy wanted like 15 or 20,000 for it. Of course, they did have a lot of work done. I'll be honest. It was nice. It had a lot of work done to it, a lot of performance upgrades. But still, I had to make fun of it because you don't expect a 2002 Mustang to be $15,000 or $20,000. You expect less than 10, which is kind of why everybody's shocked about the price of this $9,000 Toyota. Well, that's all for that story. Speaking of dealership shenanigans, this one got me. The Corvette owner's $12,000 carbon wheels were ruined by his dealership. It says improper tire installs resulted in serious damage, pricey damage to these carbon fiber wheels. Something's okay. There we go. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Sorry, we're having some technical difficulties here. User error. There we go. Nope, still not working. There we go. That got it working. course, the guy posted a video about it to talk about how they ruined his car or ruined his wheels. I still don't want to scroll. Okay, here's what he says. He says he found out the hard way that after taking his Z06 to a dealership to get his tires swapped out. He says the machine Chevy recommends for the carbon wheels damaged the center bore of each wheel, shaving bits of carbon fiber and leaving nasty scars in the process. At one point, he said a dealership employee actually dropped the wheel onto the ground, marring the inner lip. And it says, now here's where I'm like, dude, come on. It says despite the damage, he continued to take his Z06 to the dealership for tire swaps. He says the damage wasn't the fault of the dealership, but rather the fault of Chevy for not creating specific service guidelines for Z06, similar to what Ford has done with its $500,000 GT supercar. Says he's working with the dealership to find a solution with regards to the damage, and also urges owners of the carbon fiber wheels on Z06s to be extra careful with who you bring your carbon wheels to, lest they suffer the same fate. After the first time, dude, you're done. As much as he had to pay for that Corvette to begin with, and then the additional option of the $12,000 wheels, nah, one scuff, you're done. I mean, how many times did he take them back, and for him to be as messed up as he's claiming here? I mean, something something don't add up to me. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, turn that article off. It's not wanting to do what I want it to do. So anyway, I that one dumbfounds me that you would continue to go back to the dealership that messed up your rims. Of course, all right, maybe he didn't know, but if he saw him drop them, there's holes in that story. Is all I'm gonna say. Oh, that story was from Road and Track, by the way, just to give them credit for it. Now I found this one on JD Power Associates. And it's talking about the all new Dodge Hornet. And how Dodge is pumping up the buzz, pun intended, around this car. And I'll admit, I've seen the ads for it. It looks, well, not going to say it looks great or even interesting, really. Because it's an electric car. I mean, it's the first generation of electric Dodges. Now, I'm not a Dodge guy. I mean, I know people that are. And they are fiercely loyal about their Chargers, Challengers, and whatevers. But I think Dodge is really, really shooting themselves in the foot by going and discontinuing the Chargers and Challengers and then trying to go immediately to electric cars. I mean, I guess we're going to see how bad it screws them up. as far as profits and earnings and whatnot, because it. I kind of like Ford's approach to the whole thing. Okay, we're gonna phase them in here and there, but we're not gonna completely go away from making our gasoline muscle cars because I'm sorry, with Ford they got the Mustang and they got the Mustang Mach-E and they got the Lightning. I considered buying a Lightning, but I got looking at the pricing and all everything to it, and I went, nah, And then I just plain old don't like the Mach-E. Can't stand it. I wish they'd have named it something else, but I know what they're pulling. Oh, it's a Mustang electric car. Let's buy a Mustang. They're selling the idea of a Mustang, not an actual Mustang. Is what the Mach-E is. Anyway, back to the Dodge Hornet. Oh, they're calling them compact utility vehicles now. But you know, they keep releasing these new cars that are desirable and people are going to want.